Hello, Dayla Right. You all know what time is it in the studio. Speculation arise again that, the brother to Epa had gone to visit G Girl in the mother's house in Asaba, where they had a meeting. Apparently, G Girl was invited from Lagos, okay, while she's trying to prepare her apartment to Asaba so they can speak to her. And when she got there, they spoke to her, as in right now is a begging metete that is going on right there. They are trying to beg and see how she can return back home because they need her to come and take care of the kids who are crying and missing her a great deal, okay? And when they got there, they said the brother took out time to speak to G Girl, and with women, some women, they said they went with two other women who tried to speak to her, and they said she got really, really apprehensive again, where what came out of her mouth, because the women were talking about the fact that she left the children. The children need her. The children are innocent. The children do not know what is happening between herself and her husband, and they really, really need her. Now, the first son is very, very close to her. The first son loved her so much. And so that one, they say from the time that G Girls had this problem, he's been being feverish here and there and all of that. Children, when they miss their mom. And so they were using that to speak to Regina, telling G Girl that, look, a good woman, no matter what happens, stays for the sake of her children. And she said no, that she is too young to stay for the sake of her children, that she is going to take care of herself, that when she is ready, she's going to come for her kids. And they made it very clear that, Epa will not release those kids. And she said they should not bother about that. That when it is time for her to get her kids, she's going to get her kids. So when the brother continued to talk, she was very apprehensive, and she warned the brother to be quiet, that in a respectful way, that if they want to go that route, they don't want her to open her mouth, because if she opens her mouth, everywhere will scatter. That they should wait until she asks for her kids and they don't give her her kid. That is when she'll be ready to start speaking. So apparently whatever was done to her is something that has really hurt her so much. We know that the narrative on social media is different, that she is into rock and all of that. But like a lot of people will say, as they speculate, that the real story of what happened has not. And again, one reason why I am beginning to believe her so much psychologically, when you see a woman who refuses to talk, they have more than enough to talk about. Hey, when you see situations like this, and you see that the woman is refusing to speak, it's because they have so much. And, she is a very sensible girl. She knows that, Epa is a politician. One word from her mouth is going to just ruin a lot. And that's why she's keeping quiet. They say the reason why she is not even saying a word is because of her children, okay? She does not want the children to grow up and feel as though she was against their father. And that is why she's not saying a word. So they say she made it very clear to the women who had gone with the past brother that by the time she begins to open her mouth, that everywhere will scatter. That is not the first person who says a word that is more hot. That she knows everything that she has been through. She's not saying anything. And the reason why she's not saying anything is because of the respect that she has got for her children. And that's why she's not saying anything. Now, when you look around social media, you see one post that is going around where she said, I got married to when I come online, I see people say I am married to a multi-billionaire. I realize that peace is better than, that is not coming from her, right? I hope you do know that that post is not coming from her. People just sit down and create all of that, okay? People will just create whatever they want to create. They write it and they tag it to your name. She is not the one who is writing all of those things. She has not said anything. As a matter of fact, the only person who has said one or two on social media has been the brother. And she has not said anything. And she said she is not ready to say anything. But right now, she is saying that when she asks for her kids, when they don't give her her kids, that is when she'll be ready to open her mouth. So apparently, that girl is really, really upset and she does not plan to go back. Apparently, if she had had any plans to go back, maybe, just maybe, she wouldn't have gone ahead to purchase the house that she purchased. And, for clarification, those speculated, they say, yes, she bought that house, okay? We are not sure of how much she bought the house. She did not rent any house. She bought the house. A lot of people have had so much to say about her. We don't know, but when you get information from certain sources that you can trust a little, they say she actually bought the house. I just wanted to keep you updated with the things that are happening. And they say Epa is making very serious effort to try and get her back. And she is saying that almost she is not going back. Like, she is not going back. She does not want to go back. And she's not prepared to go back. And when it is time to, because people are using her kids to, try and win points for Epa, she needs to go back and say no. She said she's only 25. She's not ready to stay for the children. That when it is time to get her kid, they shouldn't bother, that she will get her children. So this is what we are hearing. Let's see what you think in the comment section. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for subscribing and continue to subscribe. Thank you so much. Do not forget, these are all speculated.